Crazy family.
Related to my other spot.
His father was my mom's.
Okay, good morning. This is the August 13th, 2024 RPRC meeting. It's 9:30 in the morning. First item of business, we have adoption of the July 16th minutes, which were included in the packet I sent around. I'll make a motion to adopt those minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right. First item of business, 1 Laurel Hill Place. See.
It's a terrace or deck?
How are you, Teo?
Good morning, Mr. Kaufman, members of the board.
How
Hope you're
are
having
you?
a great day. Beautiful weather.
It is beautiful weather. Are you the only one joining us? Is there anyone else I should
Alan
let in?
Beach is joining us too.
Oh, Alan. Okay, that must be
Yes.
Alan's iPhone. Let's see. Alan.
I'm here.
Okay, we got the right person. All right, so Laurel Hill Place. This is the legalization of the work that happened behind the house.
Yes, yes,
Wanna-
and
That's
I
correct.
will, if you
Wanna
allow
pull
me,
up-
I
Yeah, pull
will
up
share
the
my
plan.
screen.
I don't have any issues with this. It's
Yeah,
it's actually beautiful back there.
it is, and furthermore, if you allow me to share my screen,
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
there was so there was actually a sizable deck terrace in the back of the house.
Yeah.
And that was existing, and if you can see actually in the 2007 aerial view, you will be able to actually clearly see here.
The deck,
There
yeah.
was a very large deck terrace existing, and what my clients have done when they purchased the house in 2013, then around 2013, they have really reconfigure the terrace, and we're looking to validate the work that they have done.
Any engineering issues, John?
No, I didn't realize it was done already.
Okay,
It'd be good to know when the applications come.
yeah,
to us.
Yeah, Teo, you just showed the flagstone patio where it was.
Yes, what you can see here, this is actually an older survey of 2013, where it shows actually the deck terrace that they had at that time, which is the one that I'm highlighting here. And what they have done is reconfigure that area and added a small cooking area here on this side, which is showing in our site plan here.
yeah.
So
Right.
this
Now,
has
did
been
you-
reconfigured.
So it's a terrace, not a
Not a deck.
deck.
Mhm.
That was there.
Yes,
before.
it is
Yeah,
on
just a
grade.
terrace.
It was
It
a
is on
terrace.
grade.
So it was
Now-
an impervious surface. So your increase in impervious surface is not greater than 250 square
It's
feet.
close.
Alan?
Did you calculate that, Al?
Yes, we have calculations actually.
So
That
what-
Okay, submit them to us.
So what is the increase?
Yeah, the increase is about 300 square feet, and there's an area that at the end of the property that I want to share the plan that Alan had created here, which I will zoom, because there's already an area here that has been receiving any water. There's a depression here that we can enhance it, with plantings, and it's already a depression here where we can create some of that storm water retainage, if you will.
It's kind of most of the art is very vegetated. It's sort of immaculate. That area back there is, I'll call, minimally vegetated.
Where does that flow to, Alan? Does it flow to the neighbor's property next door?
It would drain to the neighbor's property, but then again, all the contours drain that way already.
Right.
So they all sort of concentrate in that one area at the rear lot line.
So you'll improve that, but you won't direct any drainage to it. You'll just let it flow.
There's definitely no additional runoff that would be directed that way.
Good.
It's all the runoff goes towards that rear property line there. So it would not be increasing anything, and it will not be changing the direction of flows. It's all exiting out of that rear property line.
So you'll clean it up and it'll retain some water.
Right, and be planted too. As I said, it's pretty sparsely vegetated right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone okay with that? All right, so I'll make a motion to send this to the building department.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Right.
Okay.
Very good. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Keep enjoying this beautiful day.
Thank you so
too.
much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Next.
So this is a terrace right now, right? Not a deck?
Correct. It's a terrace, right? Yeah, all that's built.
Yeah.
They're legalizing it, I'm guessing.
And it was a deck originally, or?
Uh-huh. It was a deck.
So they took the wood deck down. I remember that house is next to Becky's house. I remember when that was done,
Hmm,
like 2005. 2004.
it is.
It is.
It's really nice. All right, next is 2 Douglas Lane. I don't see any here for that, so I'll pull that up.
Attached garage. For existing garage into storage and bulk and
Yeah, this one I actually wanted Mel here to take a look at this. This one, they're adding to the house. Sure, where?
So much people.
Yeah, okay, so here we go. Main house, existing driveway. Jeez, I don't want an AI assistant. Addition, coming off side of the house, okay? And this. So it becomes a very long house, right? They've got the connection, so the first floor and floor above it. Got you that?
Yeah.
What? This is what we'll end up looking like.
It just says 5 people.
I don't know. So issues for me on the site plan. Is the backup area, did you,
Yeah. out of the
Right.
Garage.
out of the garage, there's
They
no
don't-
way,
They don't show how you're gonna get into the garage.
correct, you can't get in and out of it.
Yeah.
So, but I'll just show you that on the site plan,
Looks like they just have to
they have to expand it,
reconfigure it.
Yeah. right? So you've got the. This is the curb, right?
Yeah.
So how do you get into this garage bay?
Yeah.
There's, no way to physically do that. So, they'll have to revise that.
Yeah.
What else here? They have to show the height. Are they removing any trees? And then a question whether or not the basement of the existing house should be counted as floor area. You can see from the rear elevation, most of it is exposed. And in certain circumstances, that area is counted as floor area. So they need to deal with that. Or show us. How that's gonna work or not work, right? You can see the rear elevation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Thoughts? Right? That rear elevation is not significantly changing for what they're proposing now, right? That's there, it's remained the same. It becomes important when you're calculating total floor area for the property. And whether that basement gets counted. So, I think that I'd like to see that driveway expanded so they could get in and out. We probably want to see a screening plan, right? Because some existing vegetation along that common property line has to come out to expand that driveway. So. I'm okay sending it to building. And then addressing that.
It's gotta be sent to the health department, because it's
Yeah.
over 1,000 square feet.
Yep.
Automatic trip.
Yep.
And they just have to tell me whether they're increasing the impervious surface. It looks like a lot of it's an existing driveway.
I mean,
Is there
more
a
than
wall
half.
there along that driveway, right?
No, there's no.
Curb? No, so they could just expand that out?
Yeah, I think it's cobble.
There's a wall behind me where they can.
Oh,
Right, but along the side, I think it's just cobblestone.
Yeah.
why would they not do that? I mean, it's like,
I think
I don't
you
know.
just missed it.
Yeah, I really don't
it's a
know.
big thing to miss.
Whatever. But I'm more focused on the architecture.
Yeah. All right, so health
We'll better do
department,
that.
expand the driveway, have a screening plan.
Good luck with the help.
I think those are the big ticket items.
Good.
All right, so I'll make a motion to send this to building. All in favor? Okay.
Why's, John, why does it take the health department so long to review this stuff?
Next to 1612 words, fill up. Okay.
And I said, like, that short staff? And I know there was. But he was quick.
Oh, really?
He was there one time. I thought it was like the early 80s.
And then you went to work with me.
Philip, hi.
And he came in.
Hi, hello.
You're here for 16 Tallwoods, right?
And yes,
Okay, anyone else joining us? Or just you?
I believe just me, just
Okay.
myself. The owner is
Okay.
joining. Unless they've come online. I don't believe so.
All right. Do you have the plans? Can you share your screen and we can go over it?
I can, yes, sorry. Let me just pull the project up. If you could give me a moment.
Of course.
Is this like mid-century?
Yeah.
Um,
Nice outside.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at the sky. Oh,
Yeah.
this is always.
okay, can you see that?
Yes, we see it. Yeah.
For the chemtrail.
So just take us, quickly through what, where what you're proposing to do. And you can show us the elevations. That's our biggest concern.
Sure. So the existing house has two angled sort of roof planes. And the owner is looking to do a whole a renovation of the kitchen. And they're actually looking to add some square footage to the existing bedrooms because of the design. There are great big vaulted ceilings. The family and living area is quite large and grand, but actually upstairs the rooms are quite small. So what we are looking to do is add a addition of the first bedroom, which is their daughter's bedroom, to expand that, and at the same time adding some square footage to the office that the owners use downstairs. And then they are looking to expand on bedroom 2, which has a little ensuite, and it's quite dark. It just has one window, and they're looking to expand out. As part of this project, they really want to open up the house down the valley. So there's no contours here, but the site really runs down this way. There's a water course here that sort of goes all the way down towards, and the views are really, really nice. I mean, it's woods. The next house is very far away, so they don't really see their neighbors off that side. But currently, the house has a laundry blocking this view, relatively small windows on this side. And then upstairs, the bedrooms don't take any advantage of that view down the hill. So as part of this work, we're looking to open that up. So we're adding an addition. So it's really 2 additions. So this one from the back, I'll start with the one off the office. That follows the roof plane along and really just pops out, I believe 10 feet. It comes out 10 feet. And I think it's a straightforward move. The second edition comes out from the top of this roof plane, and it's quite a challenging geometric condition to deal with, because if you look at the sections, as you come up from this position, this roof plane begins to crimp here. So initially we sort of looked at bringing it back to sort of where this purlin would be. But the problem there is that then the windows become almost clerestory windows, where they begin at sort of a chest height at about 4 feet, and then maybe only extend a couple of feet up. So it doesn't really give you a nice sort of feel down architecturally from inside the space, looking down the view. So and it also makes this space a little tight to locate a bed. So that's what's sort of governing that geometry. I mean, even now it's 7 feet, which is still a little on the low end. So we're obviously concerned with the just the plane descending down and actually feeling quite heavy in that space. So it's sort of a balance between that location and then following this roof plane up, and then creating a vaulted ceiling and a light well. The owners do like the vaulted ceiling feel of the house. It's really it's a Jack Fermi house. I've worked now on a whole lot of them around Westchester. So it's got some nice architectural features, but they don't really translate to the upstairs, where everything sort of is actually quite cramped and pushed into this wedge. So a couple of other moves that we did in order to we've recessed this element back off this front plane, because currently the house actually feels kind of flat, especially this big wing on this side. We're also rebuilding this portion here to just create a little bit of definition between the elements. So this view here represents sort of the main way that the house will be perceived. It's actually tucked back quite far away. I believe Adam visited the property and
I think you did a really wonderful job. This was, you could see how challenging this was to get it all to fit, but it looks great. And I think the homeowners are gonna love these changes.
great, thank you.
Yes,
We're really just seeking to open up the house. It's sort of
Yeah.
so large, but it's just not taking any advantage of the natural features of the site. So hopefully we can do that.
It appears to be two streams, one in the back, one in the front.
Okay.
Looks like they're within 100 feet of each stream.
all right, so we've got to deal with that. So can you go back to the site plan and show us where the actual physical disturbance is gonna be?
So there's
Some of-
no physical disturbance for this addition,
Right.
for the second story addition. This addition is a
Yeah.
little challenging because it's wedged up between the existing house and the pool.
Right.
So I can show you a photo. So this will be a pier on concrete piers with framing underneath. There's an engineer I work with that will assist in verifying some of those conditions. But really, it's in this photo here, so it'll come out this part here. So there's sort of rocks and and there's the grade sort of drops off to this part here. So we're looking to locate the door to take advantage of a little natural flat spot there. There's some loose laid existing stones there. We're not looking to add any patios or anything. It's mainly about increasing the square footage on the
Okay.
inside.
Go back to the site plan for a sec. So, the mitigating factor, it's kind of wedged between existing disturbed areas like the pool.
It's already on concrete.
Yeah, well, no, but it's not really impacting the buffer because it's already part of the rear yard per se. I
And you
don't
said
know.
it's gonna be on concrete posts, right, or piers?
It will be on potentially 2 concrete piers because you can't really get an excavator there anyway, just because it's a pretty tight condition. So we're not proposing a strip footing or anything like that. I will say that this is definitely a depression here as you come in. This water course, I actually have to check. It now must be really pushed back behind the septic field there or something. It's not really a prevalent feature where I'm typically very aware of water courses just with the environmental review process. But this one isn't something that I noted. This is a pretty old survey. But again, there will be no disruption up to this point. It's really what most likely will happen is that within a foot or two, they're going to hit rock, and I'll provide a detail where they pin to the existing rock. So the footing will be pinned in. There's just so much rock there. I mean, I really hope that we can that's sort of the challenge that we're bracing for potentially is just this rocky.
Over by the garage?
No, that's like a second story addition.
Oh, the second story addition is the
Yeah.
front of the house by the garage?
Yeah, can you go back to the elevations of the,
Yes, the second story addition is over the existing house. So I have an elevation. This one I can put.
Back to the plan. If you would.
yeah, see it?
This would be the elevation from looking up at the house from the valley below.
Oh, okay, it's all
Yeah.
above the garage.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
so you're not increasing the house by where the well is
No.
located?
Not the foot.
No.
Oh, that's fine on both
Yeah.
respects.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's talk to Erin and see what she.
So
thinks.
pardon my ignorance, concrete piers are, what is that? It's
It's a cylindrical tube.
just,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
and that's literally
It's
what's
a-
supporting the
It's a
addition.
disturbance about this big, that's all.
Doesn't seem like
And
a lot.
I don't Addition
Is it even in the
I don't think
buffer?
it's within 100.
Oh,
Is it-
oh,
I thought the front addition was.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So you
he
should
probably doesn't
be.
even need it.
Yeah, it doesn't,
Okay. So is everyone okay with this?
I mean, as long as there's no changes to the patio around the pool too,
No.
you know, like,
They're not.
because the pool was.
No, there's no proposed changes there. There's no exterior scope. It's really just these two addition, the interior scope and the addition up the top and the small addition at the back.
But we know the rear doesn't need a permit, wetland permit, or we're not sure? Should we address it?
Not sure. If you
All right,
go back
so-
to the site plan, we may be able to. see.
Okay, can you go back? Yeah, and zoom in on that rear distance you have there, yeah.
So I can maybe I can just quickly scale off this because
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, it's probably outside of the area.
um,
Let's do this.
Confirm it.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to send it to the building department. The town engineer will confirm whether a wetlands permit is needed or not. If it is needed, then they'll process it as an admin wetlands
I
permit.
agree.
okay.
All right,
I
so I'll
believe
make
this
that
is.
motion.
I appreciate that. I believe we're about 100.
Oh, you're right on the edge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that. Okay, so we'll.
Yeah.
If you have to deal with it, we'll deal with it with a town
Swing it to the left and you're over.
Okay.
administrative
You
permit.
can, you
It
know,
looks great.
I can
So-
play that.
All right.
game
I
too.
appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, take care, Phil.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.
Very little distance.
Yeah.
It's not-
Okay.
Oh, what a tough house.
They were all,
Yeah, they did.
remember those, all of those houses that were like this?
Yeah.
They all had the shed roofs.
Yes.
Vertical siding.
70s, 80s.
80s, yeah, early 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they changed.
And then
All right,
to the
next
postmodern,
is
got it slowly.
37.
Colonial.
Cycles.
Yeah.
Cycles.
Okay. All right, so we're talking about 37 Windmill. How are you? Ross,
How are you?
good. Who else is coming?
Okay, where is,
Louis and Dr. Garcia should be
Oh,
here.
Dr.
Louis,
Garcia.
sorry. Yes.
Happen without school choice legislation.
All right. I think we've got everyone now.
Perfect. And-
Who's going to do the presentation?
That'd be Louis. Dr. Garcia and I are the homeowners. We're here to
Okay,
our Louis, who's running the whole show.
okay. Louis, you're here, right?
No, waiting. Doesn't.
Luis is waiting.
Luis.
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, well, maybe he's iPad 2 and I wouldn't know who that is, so we'll admit.
My name's
iPad
Tom
2.
Harbison. I'm the architect.
Oh,
Okay,
yes. This is Tom, our architect.
all right, let me see.
Luis, you're not in yet?
I'm still waiting.
So renew your invite.
Thanks for your
How you
patience.
Well, I
doing,
admitted
Ross? How you
I
doing?
admitted iPad 2, so we'll see if that's Luis.
I'm sure that's Louis.
It says joining, so I don't know what he's, we'll give him a minute.
Perfect.
But
We've
if
been-
not, I could bring up the plans and we can talk about it. You actually have a pretty simple plan here.
Yeah, perfect.
So are you guys new homeowners?
We've been here since February in Windmill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me pull up the plans. And we've actually been out here recently with the previous owner,
Uh-huh.
made the initial connection, that first floor connection.
Yes.
And now, what the applicant is proposing is to do a second story connection over the breezeway that's there now, which looks fine. You know, I don't have any major concerns about this.
Good.
But let me show the rest of the committee here. So this is what it looks like now, right? You've got the main house here. You've got the breezeway connection to what was the detached garage. Okay, and here's, you can see it in plan view, the
Mhm.
connection. So now they're proposing the second story connection to the garage. And that's what it would look like. And that looks fine, you know, all good. I don't have any major concerns on what you're doing. I think the biggest item was, does the health department need to review this? In particular, you know, how would they categorize what is happening above the garage, whether that would be a bedroom or not? Because it has the bath. So that's, I think, the major issue. Thoughts, concerns on the committee, engineering, right? Nothing for you, really. Yeah. So I think that's the major issue for the building department is the adequacy of the septic and what they're gonna consider.
Now, how is that resolved?
We'll refer it to the health department and then they will report back to you and to us.
What's the ETA on something like that? Because last time I dealt with the health department, it was 6 weeks later and they told me they didn't have the record.
Well, if it was 6 weeks, I think you would be counting your blessings. I think it takes them a long time.
Yeah. Okay, I guess it
That's
is
out of
what
our
it is.
control.
Yeah, you submit to us, we stamp them for health department review, and then you take them up to Mount Kisco.
All right.
We don't physically
Okay,
do that for
So
you.
so
have to
you'll
do
take
that.
it to Mount Kisco, yeah.
okay.
Maybe it'll be faster. I've seen it a week or two, you
Yeah.
know? I don't want to scare you.
Yeah.
It's
I
not.
might
it's
have a
not-
connection there. I know, I'll look in my phone book.
Yeah, know someone, yeah, definitely, use it.
Time to call that
I
favor.
mean, if it looks
Yeah.
like it could be a bedroom, they'll consider it.
I
that.
think
You
so.
might want a plan B, you know,
Do you-
like
do
a
you-
half bath or take the privacy out or do something.
Are there doors going into that room?
I'll pull up.
If there's no doors and no closet, then they wouldn't classify it as a bedroom.
Yeah, if the opening was a certain width too, they like to see it, so you can't just pop a door in there.
So no door, right? So the breezeway opens up into the room.
room.
There's a door here though from the garage,
Well, that you'd have to have.
From the garage?
below.
So Jay, take the door from the house to the garage, the connection, take that out.
There a door there? To the breezeway?
Mhm.
No,
On
Yes.
downstairs, there's a door into the garage. Upstairs, there's not a door into the garage.
correct.
No,
Okay.
it's just the upstairs we're concerned.
Yeah, we're only concerned with the upstairs, yeah.
Right. So if we remove the door into the room that we're creating up there,
Yep, I see.
Yep.
Yep. So we'll have to see
It's
what
worth,
the
it's worth a shot.
So,
I mean,
so how would I
plan B, we could
revise
take
these?
the full bath out,
Okay,
you know, just make it a half bath.
But see what the health department says.
okay. Now, can I revise these before it's sent to the health department?
Revise it in what respect?
And take the door off and maybe put the half bath in?
Yeah, you could, but why don't you see what they say first?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
I just,
Right.
yeah, I don't
Right,
want
if
to
this
get
is
them
the-
alarmed, but because once they start down a route, they continue down that. It's hard to turn people around, you know?
No. What, because if they say, yes, we'd consider this a bedroom, then you can make it a half bath. Or do whatever else they say is necessary to not consider it a bedroom.
Okay, as long as
But
I
if
get a
this is a-
second chance after they review it.
Yeah, if this is the configuration that Dr. Garcia Matthews and Mr. Matthews wants,
Why
then
not pursue it?
I'd pursue that first.
Okay,
You may want
Gotcha.
to request. a meeting
that sounds
Yeah, you
entirely
can meet with the
reasonable,
health
gentlemen
department.
and ladies.
can you say
Yeah,
that one more time?
We're saying go to the health department with the plan that you want and see what they say. But you should go in with, and see what they say before you start changing the plan.
Okay,
Okay, got you.
perfect.
So
Okay.
let's deal with our end here. So I'll make a motion to send this to the building department. All in favor?
Hi.
Okay, so at least with the town of North Castle, you're on your way to getting the building department. Next stop is getting the blessing of the health department. If they say everything's fine, you pull your permit and make that second
Okay.
story.
Now, what do we take to the health department? The plans that you have, that you're gonna,
Yes,
back-
they're gonna stamp it, and then you're gonna take that stamp set to Mount Kisco.
okay. You got
Perfect.
Yeah,
that,
we don't
Luis?
have them in the building department.
Yeah.
Problem.
No.
You just
Luis
have
is
to
on the
have
phone.
Us with an application.
Okay. Yeah, Luis is listening. So Luis, you got a stamp, go pick up the stamp drawings from the building department, take them to the health department.
You'll need to bring us a set of plans,
More than one, I want
Physical.
2 sets.
2 sets
Two
of
sets.
plans, physical plans. They'll get stamped at the building department, come to the counter, and then you'll take those and drop them off in Mount Kisco.
Yes,
Okay,
Perfect.
that sounds perfectly reasonable, people. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
sure.
All right.
Thank you
guys
for your
have a
time,
nice day.
everybody. Thank you.
All right, take
Bye-bye.
care.
You too.
Thank you, Tom, for this. I couldn't get in.
That's okay.
Okay, all right, so it is now 10:06. We're going to adjourn. Close the meeting. Thank you, everyone. For your participation.
I got
Yeah.
everyone in the room, so I have
Yeah.
just some questions. I need an education.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is about,